I don't care that we're recording. I'm doing it with my pants off. You can't stop me. It's not funny. I'm doing it. I'm comfortable. I'm in my cabin. No one can tell me anything, dude.
You wait. We're going to start filming these, and then you can give the people what they want to see.
All right.
Gonna see those thighs.
We really should start filming stuff because apparently all the kids are on TikTok nowadays, and I still barely know how to use the app.
Tic-tac-toe.
Tic-tac-toe, whatever the app is called. I'll tell you something. It's ruining this country.
He says scrolling.
I say as I'm scrolling. Are we start yet? Folks, we're rolling. We're live.
We're rolling.
And we're going to get right on into it. We have a lot on the docket today.
In all seriousness, we have been approached by several people saying that they would like us to start filming.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're going to be able to film entire episodes right now, but I do really enjoy personally when I see like little snippets from a podcast, and it is really cool to be able to see the environment that you're in and put a face to the names, and so maybe what are your thoughts?
You're asking the audience?
I was asking the audience, but yours as well. I'm down for Instagram, down for TikTok, but I think it would mainly be like small snippets.
Yeah, it would have to be. Show. Yeah, I think what's interesting to me is I'm so used to just putting on a pod in the background and going about my day, and so I get like excited when I see that a pod is like over 2 hours long, because I go, great, I don't have to touch a button for 2.5 hours. I can just turn it on and do something. But then I hear people on pods saying like, oh, I don't listen to the episodes all the way through. I just watch the clips. And I go, who the heck watches clips?
I think it definitely does happen. When you're scrolling through, you see a little clip. So maybe we should.
The only thing I'm worried about is that it would look fake, because both of us have seen the fake ads on Instagram. That's like a pretend podcast. We're like, what do you mean you haven't heard of whatever product? Like,
and I've known people to do them. Like I've seen them. I'm like, I know that you're not a, whatever you're claiming to be, because I know you.
They all just,
this is a job.
Yeah, and it drives me nuts because it's just like, be a better actor. If you're gonna fake the pod, have better dialogue, sell it to me more, because all it looks like right now is like everybody's trying to look like they're doing an episode of Rogan. They try to look like they have the headphones and that they're talking about something else, and then they're like, oh, you haven't heard of, oh my god, yeah, everybody's doing it.
Do you know the good thing about us filming ourselves? It will not look like that, because we do not look like we've got any of, well, actually no, we've got the microphones.
We do have the mics. We don't have the headphones. We don't have the big headphones that are on the fake pods. And we also don't have, like, the gaming chairs that people are sitting in.
No, we're in a squished cabin.
Yep.
So maybe that'll be different.
I'll tell you what we have that they don't. A couple of Coke Zeds over here waiting to be open.
Coke Zed.
Couple of screaming cold Coke Zeds.
Shall we?
Let's get right into it.
Wait. Oh, gosh.
How did we do it with the... Hold on.
I'm just going to hold it here.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo-hoo-wee! Got a name?
No.
Got a theme?
No.
Got a song?
How about...
So...
Listen to that hiss.
Aye, it's a proper ASMR bit, isn't it?
Always, yeah.
Christ.
It's got a little...
And she spilled.
I just spilled it all down.
Liv's drunk.
No. Oh, can you pass me
Pod's over. Day's over.
That's it.
Back to bed.
That's it. I'm not going.
That's it. I'm not going.
Ugh. Well,
okay.
Good thing we're doing laundry whilst we do this, so...
Yeah, it's true. We're multitasking this afternoon, folks. We found out that doing laundry on the C days tends to be a smart strategy, because... the entertainment department is mostly working in the evening, so we have the day to try to do stuff, but then add on top of that a C day where every other department is busy during the day.
Yep.
But our schedule didn't change. It's still at night. So the C days tend to be when most people are too busy to do laundry.
Little tip for our fellow cruise performers.
Yeah, if anyone else is lost at sea performing on a ship or something,
do your laundry on a C day or embark day.
We should do the rest of it Australian, because I enjoy that. And I think I get better at it with longer sentences.
I think I get worse as I go along.
The more I do it, the worse it gets.
Yeah.
It's what am I thinking of when I'm doing that voice?
Yo.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Raging narcissist.
That's from, is it Love is Blind?
No, it's the Australian version of Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight.
Which I watched the first season of Married at First Sight, the British version, years and years ago, pre-COVID. That's how I have to define different moments of my life now, pre-COVID.
Right, and the British version is called We Got Hitched as Soon as We Saw Each Other.
Yes. How did you know? It's a long one, but...
That was just for me, folks. Sorry if you had to hear that one. That was just for me.
But it was only like 4 episodes, I think, and it was only 2 couples, and they truly had been like gone through the ringer of all these different tests to see, are they compatible? Are they emotionally compatible? Are they goal-oriented? Like, oriented? Oh, Mum, I'm turning American.
Instead of orientated?
Orientated. Oh, God.
Oh, God, I'm proper American now.
It's happened.
Oh, Christ.
I'm going to be calling it a sidewalk any minute.
You walk on the side. What else would you call it?
Anyway, but now it's if anyone's seen the show, it's definitely evolved into being far more of a reality.
Yes.
Like, what's the other one where they go on? Love Island. I was going to say where they go on the island.
And they fall in love with something. What's it called?
Love Island.
I haven't seen any of these, honestly.
I haven't seen Love Island either, but I know that it's a lot more theatrical. It's way more about the drama.
When were we watching Married at First Sight?
I don't know. It must have been when you were in England at some point. I was probably trying to hint to you that I wanted us to get married.
You think it was before we got married?
I don't know. I don't know. Probably.
I don't remember a time before we were married. But it was definitely in England, because how could we have watched it in the States?
Yeah. Maybe when you came over for the King's coronation.
That was before we were married.
Yeah.
Maybe it was then.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I know we watched Bandstand then. We watched the full production on YouTube. There's a... what are you looking at me funny for?
I didn't watch Bandstand with you.
Yeah, we did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, we did, you nutcase. In the first trip to England, we sat down on the couch before your whole house was renovated, essentially.
We watched Bandstand?
We watched Bandstand on YouTube because I was paranoid about it, and it was like a week after I booked it.
I do not remember watching Bandstand, folks.
Well, that was definitely part of the first trip. But we must have also watched Married at First Sight then.
Well, they go so well together. So.
They're absolutely the same genre. All this to say, on Married at First Sight, whatever season that was, there was one couple that was really arguing a lot and ultimately did not stay together.
No, they were Australian.
Right. And actually, everyone on the show is Australian.
Oh, yeah.
And she had like the thickest Australian accent, but it was also so dramatic.
When she was getting mad, it got thicker as well.
Do you remember his name?
No, but he was bad. He was bad news.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
He was not a good guy. Turns out he had a girlfriend on the outside, I think, as well, like whilst he was doing the show. That's what I mean. It's evolved into such a different show, but yeah.
But she was like breaking up with him in a very dramatic way, and all the other characters were like all the other people on the show were like in support of this breakup, and their names were ridiculous. It wasn't Brittany. It was something like Brittany, but it was like one letter different, like Threatening or something like that. It was something like it was something weird. And
let's see if I can see it.
Yeah, give that a goog. But there was a moment where they're breaking up, and he was like, "So what are you done?" And she goes, "I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
You're a raging narcissist.
A raging narcissist." You people talk so funny.
Married at First Sight, Australia. I'm gonna write.
Dude, the whole country talks like that.
Are a raging narcissist. We were talking about Australia the other day because we were saying about places you wanted to visit. I think I want to go to New Zealand.
Both.
But as we were saying, if you're going to go to one, it makes so much sense to do both.
The reason New Zealand is interesting to me is because that's where I think they shot Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones or one or the other, maybe both. But it seems to be a really like beautiful country. And Australia also has like really cool nature, but the people, the culture seems really cool. Go ahead.
I completely didn't listen to what you were saying.
Great.
Get it in writing because
things you don't have to say into the mic. Go ahead.
Cut that in post. Bronte and Harrison Boone.
Of course.
So she this explosive. It's season 10. Season 10.
Wow.
We watched season 10. Episode 24. Married at First Sight Australia. In this explosive dinner party episode, bride Bronte Schofield famously confronts her husband, Harrison Boone, calling him a raging narcissist following weeks of emotional manipulation and gaslighting. There you go.
I told you, it wasn't Britney, but it was something weird.
You were spot on.
You're a raging narcissist. And he was like, Bronte, what's the problem?
Wow.
Pretty great.
There we are. What else were we going to talk about? We had so many...
We've been teasing big news. And actually, for the longest time, the big news was one piece of information. But now it's been long enough since we recorded. We have two small bits of big news, if you will.
We've got two.
We've got two bits of big noise. So sit down and buckle up. This is going to be crazy. The first thing is that you are looking at two people who put the ass in ambassador. Oh, I thought that was going to get a great big laugh. Oh, I really thought I was going to get my wife with that one.
It took me a while because I was thinking I think you thought it was ambassador. Wait.
Ambassador, yeah.
Yeah, now I get it.
Well, I think I've proven our point. You were looking at two new ambassadors for Bucked Up.
Hell yeah.
Which is a supplement company that I've been aware of for a long time, since at least college. And I really love experimenting with supplements. I don't go too crazy, but
Sure.
I use pre-workouts and I like using creatine, and I go through phases where I like using protein powder. I've recently gotten more into cooking, but still I see the benefit of it. Particularly
being on a ship, because we are not able to control as much what we're eating. We have access to protein and different, I guess, stable foods, but we're not able to choose how it's being cooked, so it can make eating lean kind of difficult if you're trying to hit those protein goals.
Yeah, I would say the thing that makes it hardest is that we don't have any nutrition facts.
Yeah.
So you can estimate a lot of things, but ultimately you're just kind of eyeballing it.
Yes.
Or at least I am. I mean, I don't have a is it a food scale or whatever?
Sure.
I suppose if I really wanted to be a chemist, I could measure out ounces of chicken or ounces of steak or whatever. But we don't have access to any of the nutrition facts. So it's mostly just my own experience is I'm looking at it at a plate and I go, I think that's enough protein or whatever. And then if I'm full, I go, I guess I'm full. But it's really hard to measure all these things. So that's how you end up finding the benefit in supplements or in... and
like anything, I think if you're taking it routinely, that's when you start to see the benefits, or within your workout, or even if it's just mental. We speak about this all the time. It might just be placebo with different supplements that people take. But if it helps, who cares? True.
I think here's the other thing about being on a ship is that for me, I know if I have 6 months on board of a free gym membership, I feel so obligated to be I got to make this count.
Yeah.
Which is why I feel the draw to use supplements or something to be this is the time to lock in.
Absolutely.
You know? So
whilst we're not paying for the membership, you can take off the price of what a membership would be of your supplements. Girl math.
Never thought of it that way, but I will never look back.
It's way cheaper now.
It's honestly, I'm being paid to get supplements, honestly, if you think about it.
So we have taken this opportunity to get some bits for ourselves that we don't normally try.
Right.
I've gone for some of the organic greens because I think I can do with a bit more health.
Sure.
Health factor in my life. And I've also gone for it's called Babe Bikini. They have a whole range for women called Babe in Bucked Up. They have different clothing and they have different supplements that are directed.
I guess more feminine. So,
I mean the packaging it's more feminine looking.
Sure.
Which I'm a sucker for. Who are we kidding? I love a pastel color.
What's odd though is I'm a sucker for the other one as well. Like as goofy as it is, I feel like I haven't talked about this on the pod before, but it always makes me laugh how like intense pre-workouts are. Like there's
some of them are.
There's one called like Warfare. There's one that's in a bottle that looks like a grenade. There's one that's like called Hyde, I think, which is a reference to Jekyll and Hyde, as if to say you're going to take this and become a demon. I go, you're at Planet Fitness, dude. Chill out.
But anything that gets you there, if you feel good taking it and you feel a difference, who cares?
Yeah, I think the goal of any supplement, honestly, is you just feel cool. You feel strong, and it helps you achieve a goal.
Anything that helps you with recovery as well.
Huge.
Is great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gone for their Babe brand. It's called Babe Bikini, which I was in two minds about this. It apparently helps with accelerating your metabolism. On a ship, I do suffer a lot of the time with bloating.
Sure.
I don't know if it's because of the salt content in the food that we're consuming. I don't know if it's because we're on the water. Like our bodies are made up of however much water. People claim to be affected by the moon. I don't know. I don't know if there's some, maybe I'm out of my mind with that, but I just wonder because my body feels different when I'm on a ship. Even if I'm eating the same amount of food, I'm probably working out more. I feel more bloated on a ship. Yeah,
I think everything is contributing like 1%. I think being on the water, the air pressure, the amount that we have to walk as opposed to being at home.
Yeah.
I think the schedule, the way we're sleeping, I think all of the above contribute like 1% to how we're feeling. I know I feel bloated at least once a day.
Yeah.
And it's because for me, I eat so fast.
Full disclosure, we're rushed for eating.
I fully inhale the food that I eat. And
that being said, the Babe Bikini, I was kind of conflicted because I was having this conversation with Ben with Ben, right here.
That's me.
That's him. Where I'm at a stage in my life I don't want to be feeling like I'm taking up less space. I'm really conflicted all the time with these messages of, people give you compliments when you've lost weight, and that in turn can make you feel guilty if you put on weight. And all these different messages going on. So I thought, do I actually want to be trying something that says it's actively trying to make you smaller? But within said product, there's also the added things for focus within your workout. There's the energy boost. There's all the things that I would want as a supplement going to the gym to enhance my workout. But it might help with the bloating as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm really intrigued. I'm interested to see if it's actually going to make any sort of physical difference, if I'm going to feel better during my workouts. Is it going to make me sweat more? Is it am I going to think, oh, I don't like this? I don't know. So stay tuned.
I'll tell you something, folks. My wife is so strong and such a major babe already. So any supplement that convinces her of that truth, I think, is worth trying.
This guy.
And I really hope that it's successful for you. Let me tell you what I ordered.
Okay.
So I got they've got like 50 different pre-workouts that all have individual formulas to achieve different things.
Yes.
But the one that I ordered is the one that's most interesting to me, and it's called BAMF, which stands for Badass Mother... No, I'm just kidding. It's BAMF. Other Father pre-workout. And it's got the same kind of things as other pre-workouts. Like it's got the caffeine and it's got citrulline, but they advertise that it has a nootropic formula to help with brain and muscle focus, which I think is interesting. I've never taken a supplement that's supposed to target that. So I'm really interested in how that affects me. I don't intend on using a huge amount of it. Like I'm not trying to go nuts, but it's very interesting that that's like one of their premium supplements. So I'm really excited to try that. And I'll report back. And then the other thing I ordered is called All Bulk No Bloat, which sounds too good to be true. So I just had to. It's a 0-calorie mass gainer, and what you're saying about taking up less space really resonates with me. I think that's something I have been back and forth on as long as I can remember.
Yeah,
I feel like my issue with exercise is that I feel like I alternate days between feeling like I want to get huge and days where I feel like I'm way too big. and I just go back and forth and back and forth. And the result is that my body hasn't really changed much in the last, like, I don't know, year or two, few years, I would say. Like, I really consistently exercise, but I really struggle with leaning into a goal because, like, let's say if I was leaning into a goal of getting stronger, which I really think is the right goal. Like, I need to say that enough times because I think getting stronger is like the only thing that matters as like a human being. But whenever I lean into that, I quickly start going, I'm putting on weight. I do not want to get bigger. I spent so much of my life feeling too big. I can't be doing that.
It's a really tricky balance,
I think, nuts. Isn't it? But then if I was to try like what they call cutting, which sounds really dramatic, but if I was leaning into like you doing more cardio or doing more reps and not as heavy weight, then I start thinking like I'm scrawny, and I know that that's like a version of dysmorphia, but I go back and forth.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so this 0-calorie mass gainer feels like a miracle drug.
Do you know, I actually think you saying you haven't changed much in, the past couple of years. I think I see differences, but I can understand what you're saying. You feel like it hasn't really changed too much. Maybe you're in the perfect position right now to try something like this.
Bingo.
Because you've got a couple of years now of being really consistent, going to the gym, and with healthy eating habits. You've been kind of, back and forth, as say, with where's the line of being too much or whatever with going to the gym. Not too much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just trying to get that balance. So maybe now it's coming at the perfect time.
I think you're right. I really do feel that way.
That's great.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess the reason I say I haven't changed much is because I look at the weight of the dumbbells that I'm lifting. And a lot of people have like a classic thing that people report at the gym is that they hit a plateau. And I that kind of resonates with me. Like, I haven't squatted. This is getting into the weeds of exercising for all three of our... Oh!
There's the laundry.
Let's pause, folks. We're going to go get our laundry. We'll be right back after these messages. Well, we've successfully laundered both our clothes and some money.
Whoop woo!
So we're back to recording. What was I saying? Something about how, hitting a plateau.
Yes.
So, yeah, it kind of resonates with me because I haven't, like, squatted a crazy amount more than I ever have before in the last, like, 2 years. But I also, like, full disclosure, I haven't, like, written down my personal records or my maxes or anything. I haven't done that in, like, 4 years, 5 years. Like, maybe it's been less time, but it feels like ages. Instead, I just try to make sure it's difficult every time.
Sure.
And I think when I locked in and did write that stuff down, I did notice improvements, but I think a lot of that has to do with me just knowing what would be an improvement. Like, every week I get back to the gym and I go, I can't really remember what I lifted last time, but maybe this is a bit heavier. And as long as it's difficult, I usually just settle for that. And
well, maybe that's something you should, whilst you're taking this, start writing down.
Yeah.
Just what you could comfortably do, what you went up to, sort of thing.
Totally.
And just see, for your own, then you can kind of judge how you feel, but actually, is it making a difference?
Totally.
That could be really useful.
Yeah, and well, here's the thing too. I can't imagine taking supplements and writing things down will not lead to some kind of improvement. The question is going to be which did more of the work, which is more responsible. But I think the truth of it is, like, every combination of those things is going to be helpful. Like, putting more effort toward your goal, whether that's writing more things down or taking more supplements, it can't be negative.
No, definitely not. Sidebar, if everyone can hear what sounds like a construction site around us, we are still on a ship. We just live right next to the carpenter's workshop. And
they're building a new ship at the same time.
It sounds like it. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. If anyone can hear, like, soaring in the background.
Yeah.
Yep, they're our neighbors.
I think I might be rambling a bit about exercise and supplements. Let me wrap this all up. Been using supplements for ages and been really interested in those companies. We reached out to Bucked Up, interested in repping their stuff, and they approved us. So now we're trying some stuff out. We'll report back on the progress.
We're so excited.
But most importantly, folks, we've got a discount code just for you.
Woohoo!
If you're interested in trying any of these supplements or exploring more of them, because we only talked about a couple of them.
Yeah, look at their apparel as well. They've got some really nice stuff there.
Really cool stuff. We have a discount code for all of our listeners out there. SHIPS20. That's SHIPS and then the number 20 for 20% off your order.
20.
Pretty awesome.
Not bad.
Now, the other bit of cool news, we're 26 minutes in, and our second bit of cool news is before we reached out to Bucked Up, we had also reached out to MyPurmist, because obviously, in addition to exercising, in addition to being athletic performers, we're also singers.
Yes.
And MyPurmist is like the Broadway standard for portable steamers.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
It's like the best of the best swear by it. And so we reached out and we were just like, same deal as Bucked Up. We were like, we would love to try your products and promote them on air. And like pretty quickly they were like,
sure,
yeah, love to support you. So they sent us 2 of their portable steamers, which we are really, really buzzing about. Now, because of the logistics of getting mail on board, it's been about 2 weeks since they agreed to do that.
Yeah.
And we have not received the steamers yet. Not because they haven't sent them, but because getting mail on the ship is convoluted.
It's a bit of a procedure.
Yeah.
So we were given the tracking. We know they're there. We know they've been sent. We are so excited. We weren't going to share it until we actually had them, but oh well. We're excited. We can't wait. And I actually, for the first time this contract, have been using a saline nebulizer. I am on my second one because I accidentally broke the first one when I was trying to clean it.
Too much mucus came out of her nose at once. It was a mess.
Yep, that, and I was going to go down the route of I'm too strong.
You were just nebulizing too hard?
No, I was cleaning it. Nebulize. No, I was cleaning it. Ugh. And there's a very thin, like, metal film, I guess you call it, where the steam comes out, and I snapped it by accident. So I am on my second one. I'm on my second sailing one.
It's so tough being jacked, folks.
It's so tough. That's what happens.
It's a daily struggle. I mean, people don't realize, like, they just see us living our lives, not realizing it's so difficult being so jacked.
Yeah. So, I've been really enjoying using that on the ship. I'm very excited to add into that routine a steamer.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I really want us to get into the routine of steaming, because you should steam. I want to say like an hour to 2 hours before you actually sing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's not as long as that, but you definitely shouldn't steam and then immediately sing, they say. Which
is something I was doing like on purpose for a while. I would steam and then warm up immediately. And then I saw a video of Mary-Kate Morrissey, who's famously one of the Elphabas, and she also
vocal expert.
Yeah, she's like, when I say the best of the best, swear by it. She's one of them. And she in one of her videos was like, I'm steaming now, and then I'm going to purposely wait a long time because I wouldn't dare sing so close to when I steamed. And I was like, oh. Oh, right. You and me both, Kate. I've never done that. That would be irresponsible.
But how great. We can really get in. Like, I'm so excited to go, okay, I can wake up, I can have my greens.
Totally.
We can get breakfast, whatever, go to the gym, and then steam.
Yeah.
Go and eat. I won't talk to you for a little bit. How exciting for you. You get a break.
Absolutely the dream.
That's actually the advertising for my steamers. Guys, get your wife.
Yeah.
MyPurmist. And then she won't be able to talk for a little bit.
It's our grown-up pacifier as I go, are you having a rough morning? Why don't you steam? Why don't you steam? I'm excited. That truly is the dream. That has been the dream of mine for ages. It's just I want to be jacked and I want to be good at singing.
Because actually then I can use, it's not like you have to use your steamer or your nebulizer, because they both do different things.
Totally.
But I can nebulize and then sing straight away, or I can nebulize in between shows.
Yeah.
And then I can steam later on just to bring everything back down to a neutral position, get the moisture in there.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
That's what I'm excited about, is adding it to my nighttime routine.
And you have to have your bulked, no bloat, only, what is it?
That's right.
I'm a great ambassador.
Bulk, no bloat, only.
No, only bulk, None of that bloating business.
That's the British version.
That's the British one.
Only bulking, none of that bloating nonsense.
Yeah, you get it.
All bulk, no bloat.
You have to have that without a meal.
Right.
So they suggest doing that in the evening when you're going to bed.
Yeah.
So, God, we're gonna be insufferable. We're gonna be in our bucked up clothes. We're gonna buy a deer.
Of course.
So that, you know, we can have a pet deer.
Right.
This is part of being an ambassador. We're going to be healthy.
They do send you a deer. That's part of the ambassador package. They go, congratulations, you've been approved, and here is your fully grown
Bambi.
It's not too intense. You just have to walk it, feed it, clean it, give it about 10 acres to roam.
Little snugs.
A couple of snugs. Definitely don't look him in the eye. He'll attack you.
Will they really?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm just thinking. Like,
Mine won't.
Yours won't. Okay.
No, mine will give me cuddles.
Liv often talks about how much she wants to live on a farm.
I do.
Not because she wants to take care of any of the animals or harvest crops. She just wants to be able to go down and pet the cow and be like, "You're right.
I want to go sing. I want to live out my Snow White dreams."
Yeah.
You're right. Little moo cow.
I'm up at 4 a.m. plowing the fields. Going,
You'll love it. You won't need to go to the gym once.
Yeah, they do say farmers have a weird kind of strength.
Yeah.
Which I believe.
Yeah, they got to carry stuff everywhere.
You know, so going back to the MyPurmist, I can't wait to use it. The other thing that, so Mary Kate Morrissey on Instagram is, I think, Mary Space Kate.
Yes.
Which is what I wanted to call her just now. I thought in my head that was her name.
Space Kate, yeah, that's come through.
She also uses this this device that like looks like it's massaging her face. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I've seen her use something with her tongue.
Oh?
She pulls out her tongue.
She's got like a 50-step process.
Yeah.
And it seems to be working because when she sings, I go, oh. But she has this device, I don't know, I guess what I'm...
Is it for lymph drainage?
It's got to be for something. It's got to be for that. It's got to be to like ease tension in the jaw and also move lymph around. Shout out to Andrew Byrne.
Yeah. Oh, we should get in touch with Andrew.
Yeah. Although we already
have your chords. It's
with
great.
Andrew Byrne. That's a little deep cut for any of you singers out there.
Andrew Byrne, T. Scott Ross, fearless leader, put me onto that, and I swear by it.
Yeah,
it's great.
I'll tell you something. Andrew Byrne came to speak to us at Pace when I was in college, and I'm so embarrassed by how little I paid attention to his presentation.
Sure.
I think when I was in college, all of this advice seemed to be like for people that were on Broadway, and I was like, I'll figure it out when I get there, dude. I was like, why are we talking about negotiating contracts and what to do on Broadway? Like, I just want an audition for a Broadway show. But now here I am.
With different priorities, you know?
Totally. Yeah, and also just a huge level of immaturity. But now we're not on Broadway, but we're doing something vocally demanding.
Yeah, we're still doing 8 shows a week.
Right.
And it's everything we sing is your harmony line is so vital.
Right.
Because there's only 4 of us.
Yeah, and I guess I wish that was something maybe drilled into my head in college is like, we're not training you just for Broadway.
Yeah.
We're training you for just being a professional.
Yeah, and having that longevity.
Exactly. Keeping up your instrument. Andrew Byrne, sorry, this is another thing, getting into the weeds. Andrew Byrne is a, I guess, voice... Coach? Is he a doctor?
I don't know what his title is.
I can tell you he's an author. He's written a book about called The Singing Athlete, and he's also designed a course that's focused on
your lymph when it builds up. Well, look at me speaking like I think I know. You don't want it to build up. You want to keep it moving,
right? Because
then that clears your it drains your lymphatic system.
And the lymph he likens to like sewage. Yes. In your body, and he's like, if you let the sewage just sit somewhere, then it builds up, and then you have to fight and sing through it. But if you massage these certain areas of your body in a specific way, then you can drain the lymph and ease your vocal tension and ease your ability to
So he's a Broadway singing teacher and author.
Gotcha.
Yes, of the #1 bestseller, The Singing Athlete: Brain-Based Training for Your Voice. It says The Singing Athlete is the training program that brings sports performance and neuroscience into the voice studio. So there you have it.
And I think what we're realizing he was far too smart to be an actor.
Currently, in a lot of schools in England, you are not allowed to take drama unless you are in the lower academic sets. So it's suggesting that if you take drama in school, you're thick, like, which is ridiculous. The thought that you can't be smart and an actor is a similar process to me thinking, like, why would you think that singing isn't being an athlete? Totally. You're training a muscle. Mm-hmm. I don't really know where I'm going with that, but it reminded me.
Yeah, I guess what you might be getting at is that the idea of a singing athlete shouldn't be such a brand new concept. It's that a singer is a version of an athlete.
Yeah, just the same as someone being a good actor or dancer or whatever. It doesn't mean that they're not good academically.
Right. I think, in fact, I think actors might find that they end up becoming quite academic as they get more interested in preparing for a role.
Sure, yeah, all that.
The approach to preparation is incredibly academic. It's just not biology or it's not algebra. And so we don't think of them as subjects in school.
And yet, with music, for our class anyway, I mean, I wasn't subject to this I was in top sets. Very smart, actually. I didn't have to argue my way into why I should be allowed to take drama. I was very lucky. But all the way through when I started in secondary school, you would be put in music class with your class you did maths with. So they were saying, if you're good at maths, you're good at music. Is that not so random?
Well, I don't know. Which I
guess you do have, like, I guess there's counting.
Yeah, but I feel like I've heard ever since growing up, they were like, music is math. And I go, I don't think it is. Like, I see mathematical, like, elements of it because you're counting intervals.
Yeah, maybe the theory side is kind of mathematical minded.
Yeah, but it's math in this, like, it's like very simple math. It, like, to me, when I think of math as a concept, I don't think of, like, addition and subtraction, which I guess is basically how it applies to music. I think of, like, algebra. I think of, like, geometry and, like,
solving.
And, like, theory. Theoretical logic. Math and logic. Yeah. Whereas music, I think more of, like, there's a couple of times where you count the spaces or, like, you count a time signature, but it doesn't seem to me that the same brain, like...
They're funny.
But I guess it is.
Maybe because you're having to remember formulas in math. Like, maybe then you're remembering... They say intervals and stuff in music. Yeah. I don't know.
There is a famous quote. I might be getting this wrong, but Albert Einstein...
Not that famous then, is it?
There's a quote from Albert Einstein where he said if he wasn't a mathematician or a physicist, he'd be a musician.
Oh.
And that's something.
What?
So he gets it.
I guess he does.
But he wasn't that smart, so I don't know what he's on about.
Yeah, who listened to him, eh?
Apparently, I'd heard before, maybe I don't know where I heard this, but the part of your brain that, like, lights up when you're doing sort of spatial reasoning is pretty small in most people, and the area in his brain that does that is, like, 2% bigger than everybody else's, and that's, like, a theory as to why he was so good at thinking logically about physics and about space and time and dimensions or whatever.
Did they just, like, study his brain afterwards then? How did they know that? I hope so. How would they know that for us? They must have done.
Yeah, I guess they must have studied his brain. Yeah. That's a great question. What happened to Einstein's brain?
That's the name of the pod.
What happened to Einstein's brain?
What happened to that guy?
Yeah, he's still around. He's dead?
What? Anyway, to sum what I thought was going to be a really short portion of this program up, we're so excited, and thank you so much to Bucked Up and MyPurmist for taking a chance, I guess, with us, for believing in us, and we are so excited to use your products and tune in again to hear our reviews on them. What's that discount code again, Ben?
Discount code for Bucked Up is SHIPS20. SHIPS20. SHIPS number 20. Now for the meat and potatoes, folks. The real reason you tune in. We've got questions from our beloved 3 listeners.
Yes.
Although instead of questions from 3 listeners, this week we have 3 questions from 1 listener. We've got questions from our dear friend Emma, who is also a singer on a cruise ship. We met her digitally first, doing Sid Norman's.
Gosh, we did, yeah.
We saw her when we were learning the show, and Liv was doing a bit more research than me.
I was searching constantly videos of Sid Norman's on YouTube. This was before our friend Tom Gardner was putting the full shows on YouTube, so now it's very accessible. Mm-hmm. But back in there, a couple of years ago, you had to search a little harder, and I came across these videos, and Emma was in them, and she's incredible. Emma, shout out.
Yeah, Emma's unbelievable. Folks, if we have any power to get people jobs, hire Emma.
Yes.
Questions from Emma. First one. What is your favorite... Oh, sorry, I'm going to read it like Emma. What's your favourite thing that's happened in a show that was unscripted? A mistake / interaction with guest. She's from Poland.
I was trying to think of someone. That's why I was laughing. And I wasn't concentrating. We love you, German Emma.
German Emma.
Wait, what is... Okay, say it again.
Emma is very Scottish, folks.
Yeah. I can hear her laugh right now.
She just woke up the whole corridor with her laugh. What is your favorite thing that's happened in a show that was unscripted? A mistake / interaction with guests.
Ooh.
And I think I have one, but
okay, you go.
It's if you have children listening, folks, tune them out. It includes a swear word in the story.
Okay.
On our first contract on The Breakaway, I sang "Rich Girl" by Hall & Oates, and the intro for it was something about how like Sid Norman used to date this woman that Daryl Hall also dated or something. And do you remember this story?
I can't remember what your intro was. I'm trying desperately to, but okay, that's fine. It was an introduction of some sort.
Right. And the intro ended with Daryl Hall came in and wrote it like this, but Sid suggested that he change one thing, and the song goes, and then there'd be like a moment of silence where in our ears we would hear like 1, 2, 3, play.
And then you go to start to sing.
Right.
You're a rich girl.
Right. And in that silence, the audience is listening, and I was like, and the song goes, "Go fuck yourself."
You're a rich girl.
Right.
And it goes to...
Some guy from the bar was just like, I know how it goes. I enjoyed that. It was very funny in the moment, and I wish if we weren't so beholden to the song, I would love to have like in retrospect, I would have stopped and laughed, but
no, it was so funny.
It was pretty great. And the song goes, "Go fuck yourself.
You're a rich girl."
That might be my favorite.
Oh gosh, I'm trying to think. There has been so many moments. I really do enjoy when there's chaos amongst us singers, where someone's just our other friend Emma, Canadian Emma. We've got some great bloopers of her. Like she would just start dancing, but it'd be the wrong direction of what we were supposed to be doing or something. Yeah. Oh my gosh!
Oh no, our favorite one's got to be Vinny.
Oh, go on, tell me Vinny, because I was then thinking of Sandra.
Okay, second place for Ben. First place is the guy shouting out from the bar. Second place is our dear friend Vinny, who was one of our singers on our last contract, is amazing. I want to preface with Vinny is so talented.
Yes.
His voice is freakish. He's got a belt that goes higher than my mix. It's crazy. And Vinny was just riding the wave of the adrenaline. And so we go, "Listen to the wind blow, watch the sun rise." And everyone's like, "Oh, cool." "Running shadows, damn your love, damn your lies." And then there's one more, but Vinny forgot. So he goes, "And if break the silence." So funny, dude.
Oh my gosh.
If you don't know the song The Chain, I realize that this story is not funny.
Oh my goodness.
But Emma, I know you're laughing. I know you know how the song goes. Vinny
Canadian Emma was just crying with laughter as well, which was making me laugh. And I was really trying to hold it together. Sweet Vinny, he was able to laugh at himself. And that is, if nothing else, like forget all of the incredible performances and songs we've been able to be a part of. Sid Norman's has really humbled us so many times with you make a mistake and you gotta laugh about it. You gotta move on.
Yeah.
But the
songs are hard enough, I think, that like the mistakes, when they're big, they're big.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
And Sweet Vinny, that was a big one that you couldn't have hidden.
Oh, gosh. No, he was so good, though. He just was like, yep, made that mistake, moved on. And he allowed me to put it in our blooper reel, which I was very pleased with. I was remembering Sandro playing the wrong beat before we sang Turn the Beat Around, which was supposed to be a funny little quip and referencing Burn the Floor. We just did like a little snippet of one of their songs, but it was new. We were trying it out because we were like, oh, let's see how this goes down. And Sandro, our dear friend, is an incredible drummer. I don't know how to stroke and played the wrong rhythm. And so we started doing it like, normally know the song. I was going to sing it, but I now feel embarrassed.
I felt the same way.
I'm going to go down the octave.
So,
turn the beat around.
It's good.
But instead it was like, bum, bum, turn the beat around. And we were like, oh, and then midway through he realised he'd done the wrong rhythm, and so he slowed back down. As then we were doing like, it was awful.
It was a train wreck.
It was a real train wreck.
It was like 10 seconds of noise instead of like a funny bit.
Everyone just went, okay.
Yeah.
So that was fun. Okay,
yeah,
that was
good.
That was
pretty great. I suppose those are our favorites. And honestly, we could talk about that all day. Second question from Emma is, where's your favorite place you've ever traveled to on the ship? This is a very easy question for Ben. It's got to be Norway.
Yeah, I was Geiranger in Norway.
Yeah.
Will be a very special place that I think back on. I feel so lucky that we got to go there. There's only like 200 or something people that live there. Yeah, I feel so grateful that we got to visit Iceland and Norway. But
totally. Yeah, there's it's Geiranger, Norway, and then one of our favorite stops was Isafjordur,
yes,
which is in Iceland, and it just had our favorite coffee shop, and it was surrounded by mountains.
Yeah,
Geiranger is like a fictional place. It looks insane.
Yes,
it's one of the towns that inspired the setting for Frozen. So you can imagine that, like you have to sail through the Norwegian fjords to get there, and it just feels like it's not real. Isafjordur felt like the livable version of Geiranger.
Honestly, Iceland and Norway.
Bergen, the city in Norway, is so cool and again tucked into these mountains.
Yeah. Similarly, I think we felt very grateful to go to see Alaska.
Yeah,
loved Alaska. That was our first ship. Yeah, I think Norway slightly tops Alaska, because of it's so green.
Yeah, and it feels so foreign and special.
Yeah,
Alaska is
but
also.
I did love Alaska.
Yeah, Alaska like opened up our eyes to mountains can blow you away.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then Norway confirmed it.
Yeah,
and
Norway
Colorado.
Colorado rules.
Stuck the nail in the coffin there to go, we need to be around mountains. Okay,
yes.
Got it.
I mean, not for nothing, Seattle is high on my list. I know the homelessness and the drug addiction on the streets of Seattle is not great, but the natural beauty of the city, the area of Pikes Peak, I really did love it there.
Wait, Pikes Place.
Pikes, what did I say, Peak?
Yeah, you're thinking of the mountains
never
again.
Been, absolutely never been to Seattle. I loved the Starbucks there, it was crazy. Yeah.
No, I think we are. Currently we are sailing around the Caribbean, and whilst we are still obviously very grateful, for every place we get to go to, I think we're not heat searchers. What?
Heat seekers?
Yeah.
We're not heat seeking missiles, I think is what Liv is trying to say. Okie doke, third question from Emma.
Okay, I'm going to read this one. You both did Kinky Boots on the ship. What do you love about SIDS that you don't get in a musical? And what do you miss about doing a musical?
Not nearly enough thigh-high boots and SIDS. Let me start there. Not nearly enough.
I wasn't expecting. Damn, you're right. Where are the knee-high boots?
I'm I think you're right. Preaching to the choir. I've been saying this since our first contract. Not a single pair.
Actually, that's not true.
What?
Christine.
Oh, Christine does wear thigh highs. Well, I take it all back. Still, not nearly enough. One pair. Come on, folks.
Come on.
What are you, broke? Okay.
Okay. What do you enjoy most about doing sits? In comparison to a musical.
Right. So something I love about being an actor is that for however long the contract is, I get to be like an expert in the subject matter of the piece.
Yeah.
And for SIDS, I was really excited on our first contract to be like an expert in classic rock, and to be like an expert in these bands that have stood the test of time, that are so famous and so beloved. And I was like, I'm gonna know something about these people. I'm gonna know their music really well.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful that SIDS has done that for me. It's also like allowed me to lean into being a guitar player, and musicals don't necessarily let you do that.
Yeah, we were saying as well, it's like we get to experience what it's like to be in a really successful rock band.
Right.
Which is really cool. Every single song that we sing, people have a connection to. Even if it's, oh gosh, like my dad loved this song. I never liked it, but it reminds them of their dad. Or, I grew up listening to this song. People have got an opinion on it.
Yeah.
And I don't think you always get that with the musical, because the people that are going back are the fans, but you're doing a different job with a musical. Yeah,
and I suppose the different job is we're not telling a story. We're like focusing on performing music. And
we have lines, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like we're focusing on performing really, really great music to the caliber that it was recorded, or or that people remember it for. And what I enjoy SIDS that you don't get in a musical is I get to focus on being a great member of a band. And I get to focus on performing great music instead of focusing on storytelling or character or whatever.
That's true. It's all about the music. I think I'm so grateful to Sid Normans, because I feel like I have improved at leaps and bounds within my own confidence of being a performer and singing. Just it's a different skill to be able to step on stage not as a character.
Yeah.
And stand there and be like, my name's Olivia and blah 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 blah. I say my lines really well.
I'm just being myself. Yeah.
Which of course we're still a heightened version of ourselves, but that's often a lot scarier than taking on a role. I guess the closest thing I have to playing the role is when we do Rumours. I do feel a lot of pressure at times to do Stevie Nicks justice, and not Stevie. I don't think Stevie would give two monkeys about it, but people's perception of Stevie, and it's very encouraging when I get people. I'm very, very grateful for people coming up to me afterwards or throughout the cruise and just saying how much they enjoyed my interpretation of her, and they could see I'd put in a lot of effort to try and not mimic her, but you have to have some sort of element of Stevie Nicks. I can't just stand there and sing the song. That's a different bit. I guess I'm not just standing and singing it. It is all about the music, but that's probably the closest to a theatrical element for me within Sid Normans, because she's such an iconic presence. You can't not do that. Yeah,
and I think we all try to take on bits and pieces of these personalities, because it tells the audience, like, we know about that thing you love, and we're confirming that the thing you loved is the way that you remember it.
Definitely.
Which I guess that is nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah. I think as well, Sid Normans has taught me the importance of us being in tune with each other's vowel shapes, which I never really got from doing a musical.
True.
Because often, I kind of touched on this earlier, when we're singing, more often than not, you're the only person on your harmony line. Whereas in a musical, you've got a couple of people on it, and it's a much bigger, in general, like if you're singing an ensemble number, you normally either sing in a duet, a solo, or in a big group.
Right.
So there's more room for you to you can blend, but you're not going to hear as much. Whereas with us, it's so painfully obvious if someone's singing ooh instead of ew.
Yeah, I guess,
you know?
I think what you might be getting at is like we've got 4 soloists that are singing together instead of an ensemble and a couple of leads.
Yes.
You know?
So I enjoy that.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think, the other part of your question, Emma, is about what do you miss about doing a musical?
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose I miss telling a story. I think that's really
Yeah.
it. I suppose I miss the obligation to a narrative, which is the same thing we celebrate about doing SIDS.
Yeah, but yeah, that's so true. What we love about SIDS is it doesn't mean that we don't love the opposite in a musical.
Mm-hmm.
I feel very creatively fulfilled currently with Sid Norman's, and I have throughout all of our contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And it always feels so great, I think, for both of us to think, wow, we're really training. I was saying, like an athlete, we really are training ourselves to sing the absolute most in some of the hardest style.
Mm-hmm.
And it really matters to the people that we're singing it to.
Yeah.
There's a lot riding on what we do, but I think we really enjoy that. I think we both also take a lot of pride in the work that we put into creating a character and doing that backstory. Like when you were doing Bandstand, for example, you were having to practice your instrument and playing piano as well as singing. But you did also do a lot of research into what the character would have gone through.
Oh my God, you changed my life.
Yeah. So, and I looking into those characters, but I think we both take a lot of pride in doing that background. I don't think either of us are method actors.
No.
I would not want to go that far, but we do like to really delve into the character and figure out the backstory. And you don't really have that with Sid Norman's.
No.
It's a different vibe.
Yeah, I think specifically like examples that come to mind are like when I do a production of $1 Million Quartet, I love knowing more about Carl Perkins. I love knowing more about his relationship to Johnny Cash and to Sam Phillips and to the origin of Sun Records. And like when we did the Elvis show, I loved learning about what Memphis was like at that time. Like that kind of a thing is really fulfilling to me. And SIDS, you don't get that. Instead, your focus is more on the conquering the songs. But then equally, you can dive deep into like, how did they record this? Like, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at our director and been like, they did this every night.
It's nuts.
One singer did, an hour and a half of this material. And then he's like, yeah, they were freaks. They were freaks. They were on drugs and they were freaks. And 9 times out of 10, it probably didn't sound very good.
That's what's crazy. We're doing this, trying to look after our voices. We're doing it with in-ear monitors. We're doing it with all of the correct tools.
With portable steamers.
Yeah.
We're not smoking and drinking. We're not on tour.
The people that we're trying to do justice to did the opposite.
Oh my God, they were here for a good time, not a long time. And we're like, how can we make it sustainable? Like it's the absolute opposite goals. Like rock and roll, I've said this before to Liv, but like rock and roll is meant to be live and it's meant to be unique and like one night only.
And we are absolutely trying to make it sustainable.
Yeah.
So I guess that is the theatre part of us coming into it. People are so kind about us. Like they come up to us and having people tell you that you're doing a great job. That feels good.
I tell you, you don't always get that. Don't always get that in a musical, especially on the ship. That's a story for another day.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it's a sweet deal to be able to sing songs that are basically actor proof. Like, I don't think we've ever had an audience be like, I don't really love those songs. Everyone's like, either great job or nothing, honestly.
Oh, I did have a lady say to me, she was very cross that we didn't sing something in the 90s. She didn't want us to sing. She wanted us to sing. Well,
this is another story for another day. I think we could talk about this for a while. But she was like, where's the Nirvana? Where's the Green Day? And I was like, I agree with you.
And of course, because we're, I would say, good at our job, people think we are actually a band. They think we have decided the songs. Sometimes people think that we've flown in just for that cruise.
Right.
Not that we live here for 6 months. But yeah, she was very cross we weren't doing that. And she was very cross at me for singing Torn.
Well, she should be. You did a terrible job.
Well, on that note,
Folks,
I think this is it.
It's been a real barn burner of an episode. We've got supplements coming our way. We are a couple of ambassadors, answered questions from our beloved Emma. If you have any questions that you'd like to... Oh, that's part of the outro music now, isn't it?
Oh,
I don't have to say it.
Tell us what you think of the outro music.
Yeah, we spent 8 months writing it. Yeah, I guess if there's anything else we wanted to promo, shout out Bucked Up, shout out Sweetener Music. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you next week.
Yes. Yeah, we want to try...
We're going to pick up the pace with these.
We're going to pick up the pace and keep your eyes peeled for Instagram and TikTok accounts.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let you know what's going on. See you next time.
Peace.
Well, you did it. Somehow you made it through. Whoa. The reason I'm realizing now, the reason that whole ending was so awkward is because we didn't have your comedy gold.
This is the best. This is why people tune into this pod. How could we forget?
Some poor listener is going, I stood here for an hour and 7 minutes and I didn't get a single joke.
All right, I've got it.
Go for it.
Here we go. I went to the doctor's last week. Yeah. I said, I feel like a pair of curtains. You know what the doctor said to me? Pull yourself together.
Well, you did it. Somehow you made it through an entire episode of...
If you like this episode, please subscribe and share with everybody that you know.
If you didn't like it, lie and still do those same things.
If you've got any questions for us, please reach out on social media.
We'd love to hear from you.
Congrats on making it through this whole shit.